Thank you. No, yeah. Wait. I'm just telling you guys. Wait till the dinar or the the lira
comes back. It bounces back.
It's true value. All right. There we go.
Okay, what'd you order?
I got the beef shish kebab.
Oh, it's a good one. Wait, do you want to try this one instead? The meatball? It's very good. I would
actually, yeah, I'll do that instead.
No, we have another guy coming in a little bit. He's not Jewish. I promise.
Decidedly not.
I promise. I know there are a lot of anti-Semites in this community, and I know that you guys are very mad at me right now for having all these Jewish guests on today, which, once again, I do need to mention something here. I did not know that my former podcast co-host was going to do an entire effort post about how anti-Semitic I am and how anti-Semitic my community is when I set up the guests for the day.
Okay, I think the move of doing an effort post on Instagram stories.
No, he did it. It's the full episode, I think, today, where he's talking about.
Full episode? Oh,
he dedicated an entire podcast episode, I think, to like how I am pro-terrorism and how I let anti-Semitism fester in my community.
What do like 13-year-olds who watch it, like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking?
I think
can you talk about the bold guy again? This sucks.
No, I think that most of his, and I think it's pre-recorded too and no chat. Wait, it was? I don't think so. But I've told this to Ethan a long time ago. I was like, listen, a lot of your community is very progressive. It's not me that's making people upset at you for saying a lot of things that might be damn near identical to like a Michael Rappaport about, I bet queers in Palestine wouldn't have an easy time, or if you were a sex worker in Palestine, you'd get thrown off the roof, like he said to our friend Muhammad. That sort of stuff is not going to be read positively by your audience, which is going to be very upset at you because your audience does not agree with what you're saying. And it's not just like me goading them into feeling a type of way about you.
Didn't he had the whole thing where a lot of YouTube guys had to do this in during the Trump years, where like, all their videos from 2013, when you could do anything, get recirculated among their new audience of people who were like 15 or 16 in 2017, and they're like, oh my god, I would never do that ever again. I would never. My character from 2013, AIDS man, is retired. Is gone. I'm so sorry. You would think that after that, and this is not bigoted, a very nervous man, you could just tell, you would think after that he'd be like, oh, I shouldn't like talk about my wife's deployment to an illegal settlement that one time. But no, it defies reason. I think anyone who does our general job, and especially someone like him, who I only make $3 million a month. I'm middle class. He makes $30 million a month.
He's upper
middle class. And it's like, we won the lottery. Why are you bitching about the trolls all the time?
Yeah.
I get it.
Look, but saying I did not foresee this being a major point of contention today. The podcast blast off tweet doesn't even mention you, Lamau. Wait, what? I know what leaving Hasan from the topics when you made it the title of the stream is crazy. I didn't even realize that it was like happening, and everyone started getting banned in my chat for trying to bring it up.
Okay.
Why is everyone accusing you of anti-Semitism? Keep willfully ignoring the things you say about Charlottesville. Wait, Charlottesville? There is a million different instances that you can point. Every day I talk about anti-Semitism, especially as it pertains to like the way that Americans examine the situation in Israel.
I'm the most anti-Semitic person that's on this stream regularly or ever.
Yeah, if I knew that Ethan was going to call me an anti-Semite today, I would not have invited you.
Yeah, no, that does sort of, it makes it harder to make the case. That's true. I still appreciate it.
But why don't you just watch the podcast app? I mean, but we'll see. He's insisting on making you out to be an anti-Semite regardless of what you've actually said. Yeah, I don't even think he thinks I'm anti-Semitic, to be fair. I don't think he thinks that at all. At most, he will probably say At most will probably say like, I let anti-Semitism manifest in my community or something. Also not correct. But one thing that I did see online that I find very interesting about the internet, like purely for how things have changed in terms of like change for the worse. Oh, we were reading Noah's like earlier about divestment, how he was anti-divestment at UC Berkeley. Did you know this?
Oh yeah, no, is like liquids. You know, if you like left Noah's life, he would be up there with Shy David I.
Yeah.
But
You said that you're signaling to us? Yeah. Always.
I
Up a clip from a YouTube account called HasanAbi.
he's in a group chat with like Drive and everyone.
It's like that's yeah, no, for sure. That's see that you tolerate. That's how you showcase your tolerance about different forms of bigotry. When you pull from the endless fountain of tolerance from the likes of the account called HasanAbi.
I just don't like. So in of like accusation, kind of the stuff that like Zionists do, where it's like, hey, I'm like a liberal, I support peace. When I see a kafaya, that's the same as seeing Adolf Hitler cloned 50 times and walking down my street.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. It's the same type of thing where you try to like portray yourself as eminently reasonable, but the actual thing you're saying is so fucking crazy. Like you would have to be like every day for like months. You're like, what is a system of subliminal messages I can issue to chat where they can anti-Semitically target the Kleins? I mean, who was doing that? And I've done this to a lot of people, to use subliminal messages to anti-Semitically target people. But not people in media. They're nobody. They're non-people, we call them. My neighbors, complained about like noise stuff, like those types of people. When I've done that, no trace. I wouldn't be streaming it every day.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? If you were doing that, you would be collaborating with the bald guy, their greatest enemy.
Who's the bald guy?
Oh my
the bald guy?
Oh my God. We have to watch him. He's Michael showed him to me many years ago, and he makes the most baffling skits ever. But he was make H3's star because they had a big dispute over H3 was making videos about these ridiculous videos he was making, and he like copyright their channel, and it was like a whole thing, and he took them to court. And that's actually the entire reason why I knew about H3 in the first place, was because I loved this bold guy character.
Yeah.
But swear that we've watched his videos before.
They're saying Matt Haas. I don't know. He's talking about Northern Lion. Yeah, he's a Northern Lion. Yeah. The bald guy, the only bald guy.
No.
Someone was saying that he called me a rape apologist for October 7, which I think is only incorrect, but it's also a weird line of attack when, recently came out with an article that the pro-rape protest that the rabid weirdos engaged in was actually significantly more violent than we had previously seen, and that they were actually literally with arms, like wearing, they like violently military police.
Yeah.
Like now yesterday, the protest happened where, camp guards at Sidi Tayman brutally raped a Palestinian to death. Numerous ones, but one that was like made the headlines. So it's weird. He played a video of you laughing at Kama talking about rape on October 7 and said that's proof. Yeah. What am I supposed to do in that situation? Sit there and be like, this unsubstantiated, one of the most well-documented, violence overall, where the least substantiated news coverage over it was met with like just fucking resistance whatsoever, with the exception of like internal from the New York Times editorial team being like, this is a bridge too far for us. What the fuck are we doing? We're like dropping the on this, which kind of went, and everyone just kept repeating the unsubstantiated reporting on it as though these violent barbaric monsters were just like breaching the Gaza boundaries specifically to go and rape the beautiful Israeli women, like the propaganda.
Yeah. Israel has offered like actual like evidence for this.
Yeah. He also thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
Like liable, like
doing terror propaganda. Yeah.
Are any Jews law stuff anymore? Like, what the? I shouldn't say that, especially today.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh yeah, when fucking the guy who interviewed Bin Laden in the late 90s, Mike Wallace or some fucking guy, some 60 Minutes guy. Yeah, after that was on the hook for 9/11. You know, come on.
But the thing that I was gonna say that's like crazy is that because everyone is online all the fucking time, you literally have a dude who's 19 fucking years old. Okay, living in one of the poorest, if not literally the poorest country on the planet, that withstood a genocide that American munitions caused by way of the UAE and Saudi Arabia not that long ago. Okay, and me, the victim of said genocide, is actually, or giving them like a normal, at a time when everyone is like screaming bloody about killing everyone in the region. This is like, it's a thing to have that dude see this statement from Ethan. I know an adult man. I know you guys don't like me talking about Hasan, and all I appreciate that there's a lot of crossover. I'm grateful for those of you that are able to watch us both. It's impossible for me to ignore that the majority of his people are coming from his community. It's something that he and his audience refuse to reckon with. Hasan's whitewashing of that Houthi kid who said he wants to spear all Zionists to death was frankly disgusting. I don't give a fuck that he's seen an episode of One Piece. I'd like to know why he's hanging out with a boat captain of a Chinese cargo vessel, aka a hostage.
Okay, he was so furious when he was writing that. This makes no sense.
And as more info has come out about this kid being a terrorist affiliate and being anti-Semitic, lots more examples, Hasan has refused to disavow him. The opposite, actually. He continues to prop him up. Rashid Al-Haddad responds to this from Yemen. I did not mean the Jews, but the Zionists. Do not confuse everyone. I respect every Muslim Jew who stands for the truth.
That's
and
awesome.
I will do everything I can to protect him. I think he meant Muslim or Jew.
Yeah. But yeah, like
distinguished from literally like reading Twitter.
Yeah, learned reading Twitter while like Saudis were cripple tapping funerals for like he's old, right?
Yeah,
that's about for nearly life. Yemen was just probably the most horrific like aerial bombardment, at least one of them in the region at the time. Sorry he didn't go to your fucking specific Twitter page, Ethan, and figure out the exact HR-approved thing to do.
Making the targets and only resistance of an ongoing genocide. Dude, this is so grim, says Aisha. And I thought that was like poignant, but kind of crazy to just like really imagine a world where like you got a dude, everything he's known is like death and okay. And he's on Twitter, the everything app. And he's posting like, hey guys, no, all Jewish people.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What is happening in the world?
It's just, like Yemen, if not the poorest, like definitely in bottom 10 or bottom 5. And then a guy who sells like, as far as I can ascertain, has made $700 billion selling like pastel colored crew, and he's like, this 19-year-old is going to kill me
in Yemen.
Like the first instance of this stuff I saw was when like last year during his first dust up with you, when he did the thing that like all these guys, where it's like they live in America, their families live in America, they'll never fucking move to Israel, and in fact one of their family members moved from Israel because it actually sucks to live there.
Bro, they're making... He's posting like he's got barred from Columbia campus, dude. Like that, dog, you're in Yemen. Like, what do you...
It's just like making him do that. Like, but he did the thing where like last year where like, oh, you want to, so Israel isn't a Jewish homeland? Where is my wife who lives with me in Beverly Hills, fucking California? Where's she gonna go? In the garbage? In the toilet? Do you just want to kill her?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's gonna go where she is now, which is not Israel.
Yeah, this is Hasan talks to literal terrorists on stream, 28,000 likes. I think killing over 11,000 children is worse than anything to do with the dynamite has ever done, which is kind of a funny way to
severe lowball.
Yeah,
that's like someone being
not only is it a lowball, but this dude is not even like. I asked him straight. I was like, "Are you a part of Ansar Allah?" Like, again, like, are you a quote Houthi? And he was like, "No, I'm not. I'm Yemeni. I'm Yemen." But it's really funny. This guy turns around and goes, "You know they want a Western world, right?"
Yeah, man. Yeah. What fucking you living in?
Dude.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're like perceived. You're wants to eradicate the Western world and you're laughing. It's like it's there is then like hallucinating, you know, people and come to the United States of America and eradicate the Western world. Yeah. They have one, like, what's the fucking year, the nerd? What's the one plane
they have? Like one F5 that doesn't really run most of the time. If one F5 destroys all, not just America, England, Germany, like the whole EU. If one F does that, then like, okay, then we suck.
Yeah.
Like I
would like to clarify that any Jewish person, Christian or Muslim or any other who is innocent, we will never hurt them. We protect them and ask them for what they want, what they like, and what they need. We stand for the oppressed, which is why we oppose Zionism. It is Zionist ideology that is wreaking havoc upon innocent Palestinians and Lebanese. Anyway, I'm sorry, but if you consider my conversation with a teenager from Yemen who is a survivor of genocide, okay, it doesn't matter if you recognize it. What the fuck? Oh, is this Avi? Oh no, it's my brother. Hey, if you consider my conversation that humanizes a survivor of genocide in Yemen to be a bridge too far, I don't know what to tell you, especially when every single person eyes to see can recognize what is the reality that is unfolding in both Gaza and in Lebanon. Every day, Israel is killing hundreds of people, okay? Burning babies, burning teenagers with munitions. If you want to center your own personal feelings as the primary conversation here, I don't know what kind of conversation we can have. It has been ongoing for 12 months. Okay, this is a ridiculously self conversation to have. In terms of this interview that I conducted, multiple well-decorated, award-winning journalists reached out and said that it was a fantastic interview humanizing the victims of American imperialism that never get a fucking that never are approached in this way. And not only that, but also the motherfucking New York Times also reached out to get his information because they also saw having a conversation like this, like the one that I conducted, to be worthwhile. Excuse me for not fucking immediately going, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn the Houthis? When I'm talking to a 19-year-old who doesn't even fucking speak a lick of English. That is insane. Okay? That is insane.
People always do before they like issue like a completely like centered tirade. All of that after every horrifying fucking thing that we've seen, they always go, well, you know, I'm for peace. I don't like Yahoo. I don't just vaguely I like peace, which supposedly then gives them license to endlessly talk about themselves after over a fucking year of this.
He said Rashid was a child terrorist and then actually said he's not a child, he's a kid. Yeah. Anyway, it is really, really crazy. I am not even embarrassed that I did this. I think it was a good thing. There was journalistic value in hearing the perspective of someone who is on the other side of the world. We would never be able to have this conversation without the internet. And ultimately, you know, once again, centering our own, no matter what our background is, no matter who we are, in the heart of luxury, in the heart of empire, in the United States of America, when, you know, the Palestinians I talk to in currently witnessing a fucking onslaught, a complete genocide, is unimaginable. Okay? I'm going to tell you something about journalist that I talked to in North Gaza. His name is Hossam Shabbat. I talked to him with regular frequency. He has said that he wants his messages to be broadcasted. He is still luckily alive. As of 4 hours ago, he still has tweeted, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. If you recall, Hossam's 2 other journalist friends were assassinated by the Israeli state. Okay? He is among some of the many that I talked to that still have access to internet. He is in North Gaza. Israel is currently starving North Gaza and conducting a full-blown genocide in North Gaza. I need you to understand this. Hossam, as of today, is 23 years old. Okay? This is a very important part of the victims of this genocide. Okay? This is Hossam. Okay? This is Hossam. Mother should have swallowed you, you fucking piece of shit. Okay? I hope you're doing well, all considered, my friend. And to which he responded, doing the best we can. Today is my 2nd birthday during this genocide. I turned 23. I hope by my next birthday, I will be alive and all of this will be over. 23 years old. 23. 23 years old.
Everyone, whether they're South Lebanon or Gaza or the West Bank, is forced to grow up extremely, extremely fast for one reason or another. It's sickening when you juxtapose, put it next to whenever a group of Israeli soldiers are killed, and oh my God, these 21-year-old kids. He was just a 27-year-old colonel. It's so these kids are being killed. Professional soldiers.
I need you to understand. That is why I'm showing this specifically so you understand where my mindset is and where I'm at. Then that I am an incredibly fortunate person to be living in the United States of America. Okay? And I try to use that good fortune to the best of my ability to communicate the humanity of the people that are victim to American imperialism, to Israeli violence. I'm sorry if these emotional moments for a lot of people cause others to stop thinking about the victims and instead start thinking about the fear that they hallucinate or the violence that they hallucinate from this community. Okay? If you think I'm anti-Semitic, or if you think I'm promoting anti-Semitism, when every single day we work tirelessly to ensure that anti-Semitic statements do not get any kind of community on a regular basis, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know. I have no answer for you. It is ridiculous, and it's sad that this is even a point of contention. Okay? It's sad that it is even a point of, I don't think anybody believes it. Okay? I don't know. What a we're in.
Yeah, I mean, that is the last someone just has nothing. It's a broad enough accusation that it's out there. And it's ephemeral enough, the idea that you're just generally signaling to the troops to go and harass him anti-Semitically. Well, how could you disprove that? It's completely fucking ridiculous. But
all you can do is laugh at it. All I can do, and all I do in this situation is just laugh at these ridiculous accusations. There's nothing else I can say. It's insincere. It's not only insincere, but I don't even think it genuinely causes a single person to second guess, unless they're already primed into fucking hating everything that I am saying already. But that's it. It's deeply unserious. I hope Ethan is doing well. I don't know. I haven't kept up with him. I urge him to talk to at least Sam Cedar, or maybe he can get a different perspective from someone else that has also been to Israel, someone who he admires and respects. That's it. If you're not anti-Semitic, then you must have a problem with Hezbollah. What? If you're not anti-Semitic, then you must have a problem with Hezbollah.
Hezbollah is more pluralistic than like any of Israel's governing parties. That's not really, that's just kind of a fact. Oh, I like that Asmongold put on his formal V-neck.
This was
for his
actually
apology.
surprisingly, I heard you guys talked about him on the pod, which is crazy. What a fucking merger of worlds. What a clash of my universes here. But this apology in and of itself was like, I think surprisingly, what's the word? It was surprisingly real.
It's just weird because it's one thing to like say something that you weren't really thinking about or whatever. And I'm pretty generally against banning people. But when it's like, we just need to like, exterminate these people because they are biologically bad. It is a genetic fact evil.
You mean they have ancient anti-Semitism in their heart?
That isn't so much of a slip up as it is just like comprehensively insane belief that you like, clearly thought out. I don't know. I think it's always trouble when guys like this comment on global events, I think.
They have the Palestinians and Defenders of Palestine have the anti-Semitic gene in them.
Okay,
I like the Houthis for their honorable stance on Gaza, but I find it extremely bad faith of Ethan to insist that this boy's a Houthi. I'm Arab and I follow him on social media. He's literally a civilian. Every Yemeni social media influencer got access to the ship. You don't know why he's doing this? I don't know. Maybe he thinks that like, I'm secretly trying to do anti-Semitism on extreme difficulty by routinely speaking out against it. Routinely talking about it virtually every day.
That's like anti-Semitism soul level 0, right?
I'm trying to do New Game Plus anti-Semitism.